What's going on, guys? This is Jamie with Certitech Cleaning and Restoration. You're watching the Business Ring. Today we're going to be learning about pH scales. I know, very exciting. Everybody can't wait. pH scales are very important in the cleaning industry. You got to be careful on what you're using, whether it's an acidic cleaner, whether it's an alkaline cleaner, on different kinds of materials. Anything below a 7 on the pH scale ends up being considered acidic, and anything above the 7 ends up being an alkaline. Now, on the neutral side, there's a lot of different things that end up being neutral. Neutral ends up being, most of the time, is pretty much good for any surface. It doesn't really matter. It has the same amount of acidic properties as it does on the alkaline properties. So it kind of evens itself out, which is always a good thing. Neutral cleaners are very good to use. If you're using like acidic cleaners and alkaline cleaners, just be very careful on what you're using them on. Make sure you read the labels, make sure you do your research on the product and what kind of materials it can be used on, because you can seriously mess up content, especially if it's not your own house. You know, you mess up somebody else's content, they're not going to be happy. You're going to make a bad name for yourself, and you could possibly get sued. So don't use something that you don't know how to use. Don't do something that you don't know about. Don't use anything without doing your research first before using it. All right. Anything above the 7 ends up being a alkaline. Anything below the 7 ends up being an acidic cleaner. Acidic cleaners are good for like mineral deposits, food, soils, glassware, metal, brightening metals as well. You can even clean like hamster cages and stuff with that. That would be your best bet to use on any kind of material like that. On the alkaline side, that stuff breaks down soils like dirt, and ends up breaking down oils, and ends up breaking down fecal matter, which is like skin cells and, poop, pee, all that kind of stuff. That's what that stuff is good for, but you can also use it for, a few other things and on a bunch of different surfaces. Like I said, just do your research before you end up doing it, or call a professional and just have them figure it out. As a cleaner, you guys should be knowing the pH scales and what to use on materials and what not to use on materials. All right. So the thing to test on how acidic or alkaline a cleaner is, they have things called litmus paper. Litmus paper comes in red and blue. Red is for the acidic. So you put the red in, you open the bottle, put the red strip in there, it'll come out a different color, and you compare that on the pH scale, because the pH scale is actually color coded, so you'll be able to tell exactly what the pH is on that. Same thing with the alkaline, but that ends up being the blue strip. Blue strips end up turning a different color, and then you just match it up on the pH scale on the alkaline side and see what the pH is on that. Now, they do make electric meters for this. That would definitely make things a lot easier rather than just going through little litmus papers, but the litmus papers are definitely good to have on hand just in case. Because you never know, say you run out of batteries on your electronic device and you need to know the pH right then and there. All right, well, I got the paper, don't need freaking batteries or anything like that. That's the best bet on when you're carrying chemicals in your truck, when you're using chemicals and trying to figure out what to use on certain things. Now, there's different things cleaners are made out of, so there's stuff as such as surfactants. Surfactants are the surface active agents. That's what it's short for, basically. It's also made of chelators and also made of solvents. So there's different things that you end up using in cleaners that bind to the ions that end up helping it spread easily. And it also helps, kind of release it from the surface that it's on. We're going to be making chemicals here in the future, green chemicals, just regular cleaning chemicals. That's going to be one of our future endeavors here. But we'll be talking about that a little later. That's just a quick sneak peek, just so you know. Give you a freebie of what's coming. So things that end up being on the acidic side, could be like stomach acid, even rain. Rain ends up being acidic. I don't know if you guys ever heard of acid rain. Acid rains end up causing corrosion, and so it ends up being more on the acidic side than on the alkaline side or neutral side. On the neutral, stuff like milk, water. Well, most of the time water is neutral. I can't say it always all the time. I did see quite a few videos where people tested that theory. They put a bunch of different brands of water out. They did the drops in each one to see what the color would end up being, and they tested it on the pH scale. Some were coming back acidic, some were coming back alkaline. So you got to be careful also with the water that you drink, because it could be acidic or alkaline. Some people like it on the acidic side, some people like it on the alkaline side. And it does have different tastes, That's the reason why there's, I don't know if you guys are into water, you could actually taste the difference. It's actually quite weird. Go take a Dasani or a Poland Spring bottle and drink that, and then go drink a different type of water right after. And I'm telling you, it'll taste different. It'll have different properties, and it'll be different on the pH scale. Stuff on the alkaline side could be stuff like soap and water. That ends up being a detergent on the alkaline side. It's not really high in alkaline, but yeah, it's pretty close to neutral, but it's still considered an alkaline soapy water. Also, bleach. Bleach is high in alkaline. It's not an acidic cleaner, it's an alkaline cleaner. A lot of people use bleach. Just don't mix any chemicals with bleach, please, because you will create a mustard gas and you will be passing out. I have heard stories from other cleaning instructors and cleaning companies, like this one where this guy ended up cleaning a bathroom and he mixed, I forget what he mixed. He mixed something with bleach, and then he left for lunch and he came back, and I guess the cat inside ended up getting into the bathroom, and it wasn't good for the cat, if you know what I mean, and it ended up done. So you got to be careful when you're also dealing with chemicals, not to mix them. Make sure they're being used the right way. Make sure you do your research. If you don't know what you're doing, please call a professional, or like I said, do your research. Everything needs research. All right, so that's all I'm going to say about the pH scale. I'm not going to go into too depth of it, because I know you guys are probably sitting there drooling, bored as hell, not understanding a word I'm saying, or even care. But I'm gonna pretend you guys care. I know some people will watch this and actually care. So follow us on YouTube, subscribe. We'll be making more videos. This was just a quick pH scale one, kind of just introduce it and let you guys know how important it is in the cleaning industry to know the pH scale. The next video will be going in depth on a carpet cleaning machine that I own, and I'll be showing you kind of what it looks like, what it does, different features that it has, and the benefits of deep cleaning a carpet rather than going for a rug doctor or something from Home Depot, or just your regular Walmart home shampooer. How it's probably 10,000 times better than those things. Those things don't get down deep like these things do. So that'll be in the next video, probably in the next day or two or so, and we'll get that all taken care of. And that's pretty much it. Like, follow, and subscribe on YouTube. Follow our page on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We got pages everywhere. We even have our own blog on WordPress that you can end up checking out. We put stories and tips and whatever else on there that you'll be able to check out and go from there. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and you guys have a great day. Thanks.